Hello! We are going to start our writing today with a thinking map. Do you know what thinking map we're going to use? We're going to use a bubble map. Do you see that bubble map right there? Yeah, it has bubbles on it. And our topic is right here in the middle. It says insects. Mrs. Ross taught us all about insects. Do you remember one of the things that she said? What are those little things they have on their heads? Do you remember what those are called? Those little feelers? Antennas. How many do they have? 2. Okay, let's put that in our first bubble. 2 antennas. Now, antennas is a very long, hard word to spell, but I helped you. It's right there. Okay, let's take a look at the second bubble. Let's see. What else did we learn from Mrs. Ross? Do you remember? How many legs do insects have? 6, that's right. So we will put that in this bubble, 6 legs. Okay, last bubble down here. Do you remember that long word that helps us remember that insects have their bones on the outside of their bodies? It's like a protective shell. Do you remember that word that starts with an E? Exoskeleton. Ooh, that's another long word, but that's okay because I helped you spell it right here. Okay, now we are going to do 2 sentences. Okay, so this is what we're going to say in our writing, and I will help you. We're going to say, insects have 2 antennas and 6 legs. So let's go ahead and put some of those extra words on our map. Let's put have right at the top of that little bubble that says 2 antennas. We'll need that word. And let's also put the word and right on top of 6 legs. Okay? Write all of those words down on your thinking map. Okay? That will help us with our sentences. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at our second sentence. So we are going to add a few extra words and we're going to put them right in there. Do you see it? And this is what it says. It says, they also have an exoskeleton. That's going to be our sentence number 2. Okay, so sentence number 1 is going to start right here in the middle, and you can read it with me. Look at my little buzzer. Oh, here he is. Bzzz. Ooh, just like a little insect. Insects. I'm going to go all the way up here. Follow my buzzer. Have 2 antennas and 6 legs. Then we're going to come down here for sentence number 2, okay? And we're going to say they. Ready? Here we go. They also have an exoskeleton. Okay, make sure you have all of these words on your thinking map. We're going to use it for our writing in just a minute. If you need to pause the video to copy down everything I have on my map, you can do that now. All right, as soon as you're done, grab your map and we'll start on our writing. Make sure that you have your bubble map, and we're going to use this bubble map to help us with our writing today. So remember we had our topic right in the middle, insects, and then we had our 3 bubbles. Well, these 2 bubbles are going to help us with sentence number 1. So we're going to say insects, we're going to use this word up at the top, have 2 antennas and 6 legs. So that's going to be sentence number 1. So let's go ahead and write that right over here. Let's start right here with this one. Insects, so capital I for the beginning of your sentence. And you can either copy it right here from my writing or you can copy it from your bubble map, okay? Insects have 2 antennas. So don't forget this word have. So let's put a finger space here. Insects have 2 antennas. Okay, finger space. Now we're going to put the number 2. You can also spell the number 2, but that's okay. We'll put a number 2 right here. And then this word antennas, it's pretty long. So I think it's probably better if we come down to the next line right here. Antennas. Insects have 2 antennas. Those little feelers, we learned about that. Okay. Period. Oh, what? Oh, nope. That's not the end of the sentence. Oop, that's not it. We were going to say insects have 2 antennas and 6 legs. I almost made that the end of my sentence, but I want to say and 6 legs. So I need to put a finger space and 6 finger space legs finger space. I could probably fit it there, but I think I'm going to go ahead and come down here just to make sure. Legs. Okay. Well, that's a long sentence. Look at that. All right, we have a red period we're going to make at the end and our green right up at the top. And that helps us remember that we had a capital at the beginning. And let's make sure that we have our finger spaces separating our words. Yep. Looks good. All of our, yep. Okay. Make sure all of your words are separated like mine, okay? Let's see what our first sentence is. Now let's read it again. Insects have 2 antennas and 6 legs. Oh, thank you, Bubble Map. That was super helpful. Now for our second sentence, we're going to do 2 sentences today. We're going to be using this right here because remember we said that you could say insects have an exoskeleton, or we could use this word right here, they. Okay, so we don't want to use both. We just want to use this one. They also have an exoskeleton. Okay. So I really like it when we can say they instead of saying insects, insects, insects. Insects have 2 antennas. Insects have 6 legs. Insects have an exoskeleton. So instead of saying it over and over again, let's just use they. Okay, so let's use this one right here. T, capital T, right there. Okay, capital T, H-E-Y. They also, okay, finger space. Ooh, I like that word also. It's a really funny spelling word, or the way it's spelled, I should say, but it's a good word that we can use a lot in our writing. They also have, okay, finger space, have, H-A-V-E, have, and I don't have room, so I'm going to come down here, A-N, and exoskeleton. Ooh, that's a very long word, but I know we can fit it in there, and you can copy it right from your map, or you can copy it right from my writing over here. Exoskeleton. Ooh, nice long word. Okay, and we need a period right there at the end. Let's make my period red on my last sentence. I will make my capital at the beginning green and make sure that I have my finger spaces in between all of my words. They also have an exoskeleton. See, I used that right here from the map. They, see, also have an exoskeleton. See, so these maps can be very handy. It kind of helps your brain organize things so that you think about your topic and then you think about the sentences that you want to write. And then you can add in little words to help you with your sentences. I am super grateful for thinking maps that help my brain put all of my ideas into sentences and make wonderful writing. I am going to check and see if I did all 5 stars, okay? And I would like you to check to see if you also did 5 stars, okay? So let's see. Capital. Do I have my capitals at the beginning? Well, I had 2 sentences, so yes, I did check, right? I can color that in if I would like to. You can do the same. Spaces. Do I have finger spaces between all of my words? Double check. Make sure that you also have finger spaces and you can give yourself a check. Let's see. Punctuation. Well, I had 2 sentences, so I should have 2 periods. Yep, I have a star for that one. Neat handwriting. Oh, boys and girls, please make sure you check to make sure you have neat handwriting. Okay, and if you did, you can give yourself a check for that star. And the last one is, does it make sense? Now, the way to tell if it makes sense is to read it, okay? I'll read mine, okay, and then I would like you to read yours. Let's do mine first. Insects have 2 antennas and 6 legs. They also have an exoskeleton. Okay, will you please read yours, boys and girls? Go ahead and pause the video, read yours, make sure it makes sense. Did it make sense? Okay, then you can give yourself a check and you can color in that star. 5 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, boys and girls, I am going to go and draw my picture of insects, and you can do the same. And we'll be back in a snap. And there's my little insect. And did you do a picture? I hope you enjoyed your writing today.